So I'm not beating myself up, and I hope you don't beat me up in the comments. My hair is literally 1.5 pounds. I kind of want to share with y'all for transparency, but then I kind of don't. Got, some snacks, some little mini Oreos, some chips. I mean, I was a snacking queen. I wasn't a low carb queen. I was a snacking. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Kim and I am on a weight loss journey. I'm also on Mounjaro 12.5 and this is my 51st injection. And yeah, you saw the thumbnail. Self-sabotage is a real thing. I did really well. I went on the cruise and I did exceptionally well. I was very conscious of what I was eating and I had missed an injection. Today is injection day, Sunday, and I was going to try to skip a week like I did, by default on the cruise, but I'm not going to do it because I have been snacking, and more snacking. Okay, guys, I don't know where I left off at, but my snacking has been out of control. I did really well on the cruise. Got home, I was down 2.2 pounds. And then when I took my second trip for watch night service for New Year's Eve, I did a lot of snacking. I'm not even going front. And I feel like a lot of it was just the mindless eating. Like, sometimes when I've been driving a long time, and sometimes when you're on the road, you get your chips, your cookies, your drinks. I was the only driver. I could have had help, but that's not an excuse. I just, driving and snacking. Didn't really find a lot of good food when I was up there, so I was still snacking. I mean, it just brought back the old snack memories. We in the hotel, we have chips, cookies. After the watch night service, they fed us. They had a lot of food. I think I have a picture of it. I think I'll show y'all if I have a picture of it. I think I do. So this was the food on New Year's night. And I had some macaroni salad, a turkey hoagie, some shrimp cocktails, strawberries, piece of chicken. Yeah, so I sort of nibbled on everything. I ate most of the turkey out of the sandwich. I didn't really eat the bread. My daughter was making my plate for me. And so, I just got a little bit of this and a little bit of that. But yeah, I did a lot of snacking and I did gain some weight. That's why I was like, I'm not doing the weekly weigh-in. I'm not even going to tell y'all. First of all, let me back up. My hair is 24 ounces, okay? I did the math. One pack of hair is about 5 to 6 ounces, and I have 4 packs of hair. So that's 1.5 pounds right there. My hair is literally 1.5 pounds. So I'm not counting that. I'm deducting that. And I was so close. I am so close to my goal. My goal was to be in the 2s by the end of December. I was so close, y'all. So close. I mean, I could have just did like a liquid fast for 3 days and I would have got there, but that didn't happen. So subsequently, I did gain some weight. I kind of want to share with y'all for transparency, but then I kind of don't. I'll decide before this video is over. The second issue was constipation. Sometimes I get what's called traveler's constipation. And the last time I had a BM, I know it's graphic, sorry, was Thursday. And I was hoping, I took some stuff trying to get myself regulated. And I was like, I just have to have a BM before Sunday, before I weigh in on Sunday, because if I do, it won't be that bad. I know I've gained a couple pounds, but it won't be that bad. But that did not happen. So this is Sunday evening. I have, had a BM since this morning when I weighed in. But I was like, there's no need to weigh in again. You already knew what was going on, Kimberly, which was part of the reason why I was trying to get that exercise in. I did 30 minutes in the pool. That was so good. Okay, we got 3 more minutes and I will have been in here for 30 minutes. Woo! Yes. By the way, This is a non-scale victory. This is a baby suit that I've had and I have not been able to get into. And even though it's showing a little bit more than I would like it, I'm still in it. I'm in it. I couldn't even fasten this behind my neck. It was just like too tight. I couldn't do it. So yeah, non-scale victory in the house. All right, let's get to this. Doggy paddle up, swim back, or one or the other. The next night, I wasn't feeling that pool. Not at all. I can't even talk about it. But yeah, plus it was cool. My snacking, I wasn't even tracking like I should. And you know, sometimes when you use MyFitnessPal, you don't track for a day, they start you all over again. So then you got to go back to the day before to remember what you ate so that you can put it in and keep track of all your days. And so let me see how far back I have to go. Yeah, so the last time I put anything in was Thursday, January 1st. And that was we went out and we had, I had a vegetable omelet with goat cheese. It was okay. With a side of cheese grits. I didn't eat everything, and an English muffin. That was a $24 omelet in Jersey, okay? My feelings were hurt. For dinner, let's see. I sat down with Prophet and I had some garlic Parmesan wings. I had about 4 of those. Wingette, yeah, about 4 of those. And then I had some pizza. We ordered a pepperoni pizza. And I had about 3 slices. 1/10 of the pizza, really? How do you measure that? 1 pizza slice. How about that? Oh, come on. Look at this. They got 1 pizza slice as 1,680 calories. You know that's wrong. Medium pepperoni pizza is 25 carbs, 10 grams of protein. And I had 3 slices. So it's somewhere in between here. So that was dinner. When was that? That was Thursday. I did go to the pool. That was like minimal exercise. Oh, I already put in Thursday. I had, can y'all see that chocolate covered raisins? I knew I had something. Wasn't tracking my water, but I did have my Stanley cup. I'm just going to put like 33 ounces because I know I didn't have 2 cups. Yeah, see, and so that's going to put that weight on. If I'm not doing the water, doing all the snacking, I'm not even going to count when I got in that pool as exercise. So that was Thursday. Then on Friday, I met up in Lancaster with my family and we went to Cracker Barrel. You see, I didn't put nothing in. And they're going to have it at 0. I got to fill in the back days. Chicken, more chicken. I had 1 chicken breast. How about that? 1 boneless chicken breast. They've got that listed as a half. I probably could say it was a half. Because they give you 2 pieces. It was at Cracker Barrel. It was actually country fried chicken. Country fried chicken, Cracker Barrel. Look at this. Country fried chicken. 55 grams of protein. It says a half or 1/2. And you know they give you 2. So I'm going to put that in because I brought 1 home, 1 back to the hotel. I ate like maybe a third of it. Did we have a microwave? Yeah, we did, but I didn't want it. Then I had turnip greens, 6 carbs, 10 grams of protein. And then I had fried okra. Y'all like fried okra? Breaded fried okra, Cracker Barrel, 1 serving, 38 carbs, 3 grams of protein. I hope y'all could see that. Oh, I'm all over the place. 38 carbs, 3 grams of proteins. So that's what I had. I nibbled on this. Oh, I had corn muffin. I did have, a corn muffin from Cracker Barrel. It's 50 carbs. Can y'all see that? 270 calories. Good googly muggly. Okay, so I'm still under on the carbs. But let's see what it looks like over here. I mean, not on the carbs. I was under on the calories. Carbs, I didn't do too bad. Protein, y'all see that? 74 grams of protein, 119 carbs. That's without any snacks that I may have had that evening. Lauren and I had a bag full of snacks, okay? We had went to the store and we went to Dollar Tree and we got us some snacks. And that's what I've been doing. And that's not good. Because those carbs, honey, if I look at carbs. Okay, so then yesterday, Saturday, we got home. I tried to be good and I got a chicken salad from Mr. C's on a bed of lettuce and a taco shell. How about they gave me wilted brown pieces of lettuce? When I tell you my feelings were hurt, I go to Mr. C's all the time. You know, I put in my phone number. They're like, you Kim? I'm like, yep, that's me. But guess what? I decided I'm going to try my best not to eat out. I'm going to try to cook my meals so that they'll be healthy. It's going to be difficult. I'm not going to lie. Because when you're hungry, you just want to eat, you know. And so you have to have that meal prep. I mean, we know all the answers. I know the answers. It's the implementation. But it's 2026 and I'm doing so well. So it's 52 weeks in a year. This is injection 51. So on my 52nd injection, I will have been on Mounjaro for 1 year. And let's see if I'm down 51 pounds. I need to be down 51 pounds, okay? It didn't make it to the end of 2025, but that's okay. My year, if I'm down 51 pounds, I'll take it. Because that would put me in the twos. But I got to put forth a great effort this week. I know that. You know, I don't want to be too hard on myself because, like I said, self-sabotage is a real thing. I celebrated with food. I ate, you know, snacks on my way up. If I felt like a little, not necessarily sleepy, but drowsy, I stopped, got some coffee, got a soda with caffeine, got, you know, some snacks, some little mini Oreos, some chips. I mean, I was a snacking queen. I wasn't a low carb queen. I was a snacking queen. Okay, so I have to just hit the reset. Okay, I know it doesn't happen to any of y'all. I know it never happens to you. So I'm not yelling. I feel like in the back of my mind, I heard one of my girls say, "Mom, why are you yelling?" So let's see. Yesterday, that's what I had, the Mr. C's chicken salad, and I couldn't even eat it all. I wanted to take it back, but had I not driven 9 hours, I would have gotten in my car and taken it back. I certainly would have. Chicken salad. My feelings were hurt. I wanted to call them, but again, I was tired and I didn't want to be, for lack of a better word, mean and tell them off. So I just was like, you know what? That's what you get because you should have came home and prepared some food. So the chicken salad was probably a half a cup, a scoop or something like that. They've got 3 ounces here. Let's go for 4 ounces. That chicken salad was 325 calories, 15 grams of protein, 27 carbs. I'm not even going to count the salad because I picked over it. Why would somebody prepare your food knowing that that salad wasn't no good and put that in there? It just really, it ticked me off and it hurt my feelings because I am a valued, loyal customer. So I thought the taco shell, I ate mostly the chicken salad. Let's say I ate about, I'm going to be nice and say a half, but it wasn't a half. I didn't eat half of that, you know. And then I had snacks because I didn't eat anything. Oh, yes, I did. Later on for dinner, I ate some Rotel. It was still some leftover Rotel from last week. I was so hungry. So I ate some Rotel cheese dip. I ate a little bit of that. And I had some, what is this called? Tortilla chips. The Fiesta tortilla chips. 10 chips. Let's see. 2 grams of protein. So that's what I had yesterday. And so now that I'm all caught up, it gives me all my days back. See that? 369 days that I've been tracking. That's just a little over a year. So today, I just had some fried chicken fingers, fried chicken breasts. Let's do that. Fried boneless chicken breasts. Skinless. It was skinless. This food is high in protein. So that by itself was 28 grams of protein. 0 carbs. I also had some Green Giant corn in butter sauce. 1 serving, is 20 carbs and 3 grams of protein. So I had about one serving. It says 7/10 of a cup. All right, so that's what I had. I also had for a snack, I had some more tortilla chips. Oh, I did have water. I had 16.9. And then I also had, they had core on sale. So this is 30.4. They had 2 for something, so I bought 2 and I drank 1. So that put me at 47. 47 ounces. I need to be at 64. For lunch, I had shrimp cocktail. We went to the store to get crab legs. Sorry, Lachelle and I. But they were high. They were $12.99 a pound. So we opted out. And that was about 10 shrimp. So that was like 19 grams of protein. I did have, oh my God, the sampler. What are those? Russell sampler candies. I had those yesterday. That was on my thumbnail. I'm so glad they're gone. The box is in the trash. Russell sampler. You know, they were on sale, guys. The Christmas stuff was on sale. Oh, no excuse, but it's true. So that big box was like $3.40. Okay, so every 3 pieces is 28 carbs and 2 grams of protein. I definitely had about 5 pieces, okay? So that's 1.5. It's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. Yesterday, I had the same thing for my snack. I had those. I probably had double that on 2 separate occasions because I was killing that candy. Let's see how many times we logged it in. Yes, I logged it in twice for yesterday. 300 calories. I still didn't go over, but let's see what see, them carbs, 164 carbs, 25 grams over, and the protein sucks. So, you know, it has to be something intentional. I do realize that. So now that I'm off vacation, yada, 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 I have to get back on track. Today, I had the tortilla chips, the shrimp cocktail. I had a cookie. I bought some cookies, but I'm going to give these cookies away because I don't like them. Oh, yeah, and I'm telling you, I've been snacking. I had caramel popcorn. This little bag, they swear that it has 6 servings. I do not believe them. 2/3 cup is a serving. Okay, so snack. Don't judge me, y'all. I told y'all that I've been snacking. I got to get it under control. Caramel corn by L. Francis. Do you say caramel or caramel? Which is it? I say caramel. Oh, they got both of them. Let's see. They literally have both. They have caramel, and then underneath they have caramel. Which is it? Oh, my God. Okay, let's see. Yeah, so 30 grams is 1 serving. I had the whole bag off and on. I was hungry. Let's see. 6 servings? I don't believe you. 3 times 6 is 18. You telling me it was 180 grams in here? That hurts. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead on and put it in there. Like 2/3 cup. There's not 6 servings of 2/3 cups in here. But I'm still going to show y'all. That is 720 calories, 0 protein, and 144 carbs. That's why the scale is up. That's exactly why the scale is up. I don't even have an explanation for it. So these cookies, these are Christmas cookies that were on sale at Walgreens. Have y'all ever had Tate's cookies? They're so good. But they didn't have the chocolate chip ones. They're thin, crispy, 16 carbs for 2 cookies. I've only had 1. No fiber, 2 grams of protein. So I got to put this in here for another snack. Snackety snack snack. I know. I can hear Blue True. I can hear Blue. Girl, if you don't leave them snacks alone. I'm going to make delicious snacks in 2026 that are low carb. I mean, I already have a bunch of recipes, but you just have to have it readily available. I just went on a binge snack frenzy. I'm not going to give an excuse. I'm not going to give a trigger. It is what it is. But you can best believe these are going downstairs in the pantry. I'm done. So where does that put us today? With that caramel popcorn, I got 73 calories left. Look at that. Look at that, y'all. 265 carbs. 126 carbs over. Okay. The good news is that used to happen every day prior to GLP1, prior to weight loss journey, prior to trying to diet and track your food. That was nothing. 265 carbs in a day. So I'm not beating myself up, and I hope you don't beat me up in the comments, but I'm just letting you know, like, we just have those moments sometimes. I don't know what was going on. I really don't. Like I said. And then when I just went in the store, just like buying snacks. Can't do it. You can't do it. I guess I'm gonna put my weight in here at the end. I really didn't want to. But I know if I get on the scale tomorrow, I'll be less. I'll be less than I am today. And once I get on next Sunday, should I survive this week, then I will be, I'll be closer to my goal. I so want to do this every 2 weeks, but I'm going to go ahead on, since I need some help, I'm going to go ahead on and give myself this injection. That's what I'm going to do. Hold on. All right, I had to get alcohol swab. That's what we're doing. No, I really prefer my right thigh, but I like to alternate, so. Alrighty then. Got the injection done. Get this snacking under control. I didn't feel like I had that much suppression, obviously. I don't even like the suppression thing. I watched the Downsizing Diva interview with It's Darian. Wonderful, wonderful interview. I love the transparency. They were saying I can eat. Hold on. They were saying I can eat past or through the medicine. I can do that too. That's what I was trying to say on another video. Like, I have to tell myself to stop. Period. I can feel that I'm full, but you have to tell yourself to stop. Now, that's different when it comes to snacking, because snacking doesn't always fill you up, which is why you can snack so long, or I can. You might snack for 5 or 10 minutes and then come back 30 minutes later or come back an hour later or something like that. You don't get that same full feeling. I mean, you don't, but then, like, if I eat a lot of chocolate, like sometimes when, when I was on the Tootsie Roll binge, and I did have some Tootsie Rolls. When I was on the Tootsie Roll binge, eating so many of those Tootsie Rolls in one night, laying up in the hotel bed watching TV, I got sick on my stomach. Sick. I was like, see, you can't do this. You cannot do what you used to do. So, yeah, some snacking does affect me differently. Food is affecting me differently. I'm really going to have to be selective about what I eat, because everything is just not pleasurable. The junk food is still good. Junk food is still pleasurable, but the regular food isn't. Even when I had the shrimp cocktail today, it wasn't that good. I was hungry, so it took about 3 or 4, because it was about 10 in there, but it took about 3 or 4 or 5 if I was like, these don't have any Old Bay, they don't have any salt, no pepper. It's just, it's just protein. And that's what I told myself while I was eating it. This is just protein. You're just eating protein. But it wasn't flavorful. Surely wasn't as flavorful as the caramel popcorn or the caramel popcorn, whatever. It just, I got to get it together. So I don't know. I am so close. I'm not going to say I was so close. I am so close, and I'm definitely going to get there, because now I have to show my body who's in charge. I have to show this flesh, you are not in charge. My mind is in charge, and you will submit, and we will be under 300 very shortly before January is out. You can bet your bottom dollar on that, okay? So that's all I have that I could think of. If you're thinking about starting a GLP1 journey, think about it. There are a lot of people out there, a lot of pros and cons. I can tell you for sure that I wished that I would have done it sooner. That's probably my only regret. Being afraid, they do this to you, they do that to you. You're experimenting, they're experimenting, yada, 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 yada. You can tell yourself whatever you want, because that's what I did. But I needed help. Even though I lost about 40 pounds between Ozempic and maintaining the weight that I lost on Ozempic, or not gaining it all back and then losing it on my own, changing, my meals and habits, becoming a pescatarian for 5 or 6 months, all of that has attributed to me being 80 pounds down, and about 40 of that is with Mounjaro. So I don't have any regrets, none whatsoever, except for the fact that I should have started it sooner and stopped, fiddle-faddling around and denying and making excuses. So if you're thinking about it, think really hard, especially if it's affecting your health, if the weight is affecting your health. One thing that, I was talking about Downsizing Diva and Darian. One thing that Darian said that really touched me, he said, I didn't know how bad I was feeling until I started feeling better. And that was a profound statement, in the sense of, it's like a form of adaptation. When you're overweight, you just go with the flow. You deal with the pain, you deal with the breathing, you just try to make it work. But when you start feeling better, when you wake up and you're like, oh, I actually did get a good night's sleep. Oh, my knees feel better. My legs feel lighter. Oh, are my knees and upper thighs not rubbing together today? Really? Oh. So when you start feeling better, it's like, okay, let's try to hold on to this feeling. Even though you have some battles and some ups and downs. Like I said, I'm not going to beat myself up. I'm just going to keep going, because I know I'll get there. All right, guys, that's all I have. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you so, so much. Thank you for subscribing to my new subscribers. And if you leave a comment, I appreciate you. To my wellness circle, to my members, y'all are the bomb.com. Okay, I appreciate y'all so, so much. All right, let's do it. I just want to play that song. No, I can't play that song. Anyway, I'll talk to y'all later. Low carb journey, low carb life with your low carb queen. And remember, every day is a new beginning. Bye-bye.
Put that fiber in your waist. Drink that water every day. Exercise, energize. Strength and tone at your own pace. Get low, get low, get low, get low. On the carbs, on the carbs. Get high, get high, get high, get high. Take the protein to the sky. Low Carb Queen is here to say, do weight loss in your own way. Just watch the carbs that intake. Throw that processed food away. Yeah, yeah. Get low, get low, get low, get low. On the carbs, on the carbs.
Oops, I almost forgot to show you my weigh-in. Let's do it.
Take the protein to the sky. Yeah, get low, 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 get low. On the carbs. Yeah, get low, 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 get low.
I'm deducting 1.5 pounds for my hair, which puts me at 310.1, which means that I gained about 6 pounds.